Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at police reveal the smartest criminals they've encountered. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Let me be clear. I do not condone stealing, okay? This video is not made to tell people how to steal. Even though you might find amazing ideas. But no, don't steal. Most of them are really stupid, so this guy isn't a criminal mastermind, but here goes. He wanted to rob a jeweler's on our city's main street. So he found out the flat beside the jeweler's was empty and he hid there. For 2 weeks, he triggered the alarm on purpose several times a night. Massive headache for the police and the business. We turned up to see nothing there, nothing on cameras. Thought it was just a fluke, so the jewelers turned off the alarm system and said they'd wait until the morning to get a new one installed or that one rewired because something wasn't right. As soon as he heard that and the police leaving, he tore down the wall. He'd already been working on this apparently and robbed the place, taking his sweet time. Escaped without anyone noticing anything for hours until the jewelers came back in the morning. Then he tried to resell something he stole, which had a serial number on it, and got caught. So not that smart after all. Good effort though. Wow, that is pretty smart. But not smart afterwards. How do you be smart and not be smart? Okay, I guess that makes sense. Some people are smart at one thing, but they're not smart at another thing. You know, they like use all the effort into one thing, and then they just don't know how to do like the simplest things. That's funny though. Wow. A guy, let's call him Dave, I worked with told this story. He was working at a Mercedes dealership. He was sitting at his desk when this well-dressed gentleman comes in and asks if he could test drive a specific car that was parked out front. It was also a busy day. Usually they are allowed to let people test drive by themselves after they have taken some form of a deposit or something. Maybe the official ID or something, not really relevant. So Dave gives out the keys. The guy goes in his test drive and comes back a reasonable amount of time later. He walks in and hands off the key, gets his deposit, whatever back. This was about closing time, even possibly on a Friday. Everything is in order. Fast forward to the next business day. Dave's boss walks in and realizes that one of the Mercedes out front is gone. Dave has to explain that the car was returned and that they have the key and everything. Turns out the criminal didn't test drive. He drove somewhere to create a replica of the key and gave that replica back to the desk. He kept the real key. Wow, he drove out to replicate the key so he can come back and be like, okay, here's the car and that's the key, okay, bye. And once Dave leaves, he uses the real key to steal the Mercedes and just drive off. You're kidding me. It's, oh my gosh. I think it's stuff like this that we just never think about. It's the fact that they can think about it, you know? Like never in a million years would I be like, hey, this is how I would steal a car. No, I wouldn't ever think about it like this, yo. What? That's crazy. I think it's also the fact that they have the guts to pull it off, like being confident instead of being like, he's the key. That would probably be me. I have like shaky hands when I'm nervous. I feel like it's also because nobody ever expects this to happen. So, you know, when someone does this, you don't think, oh, they're totally gonna make a replica of this key and then steal the car. You don't think that. If they give you back the key, you're going to be like, okay, all good, the car's here, all good. Well, there was this one guy, we'll call him Jack. Now, Jack stole stuff, but also involved a lot of people. One time, he was planning to steal a bunch of cars, all luxury cars. So what he did was he got his people to call 911, etc. from all different places and countries to tell them that the car theft was taking place in multiple places. Oh, he also only used a few people each time, so it was different voices, people, locations, etc. So the police went each time until he actually did the crime. Then no one came. He was never caught. When the owner of those cars came, the police didn't believe him. Yo, that's like the story above where they just keep on doing like, you know, making the police come until the police are like over it. And they're like, again, you liars. It's nothing, right? It's just nothing. And then they actually don't come for the crime. It's like the boy who cried woof story. Wow. A homeowner walks out one morning to drive to work only to find his car missing. He reports the car stolen to the police. A few days later, his car is sitting back in front of his house. When he gets inside, he finds a note. It was an apology that the thief was in dire need of quick transportation, and so he borrowed the first car he found with the keys inside. The writer noticed the sticker on the car for the local sports team, and just so there were no hard feelings, He left 4 tickets to an upcoming game in the glove box for the homeowner and his family. So the homeowner and his family attend the game, but when they return home, they find the house has been ransacked and all items of value are gone. What? That's just like a too good to be true, but too bad to be true. What the heck? I don't really get this, honestly. Wow. So he pretended like he borrowed the car, and then he brought the car back and he's like, sorry, for borrowing the car, I'll give you 4 tickets to this game. And then the whole family goes and they just robbed the house. Yo. Yeah, I wouldn't have went. That's fishy. I wouldn't even trust the thief, honestly. Even if they apologize, I'd just be like, you trashy thing. How dare you steal my car? And then bring it back and apologize. How dare you? I don't need the apology. I need the gas money, yo. There's a small tourist town where I grew up that is divided in half by a big river. The only way between the two sides is over a long bridge, unless you go all the way around another mountain pass. These guys caught in like 2 to 3 bomb threats to a posh hotel on one side of the bridge. I think they even left some dummy packages. All the police went across the bridge to do crowd control, etc, etc. The guys then caught in a bomb threat on the bridge and started robbing stuff on the other side. The police couldn't be positive the bomb threat was real or not and hesitated long enough to give the thieves a head start. Oh my god. So thieves are just pretty much doing like the same thing, you know, like just faking something. So the police just get very confused, I guess. Jeez, that's crazy. Honestly, I love watching like heist movies. I don't know why, but it's just so thrilling when you watch someone steal. Well, it's a movie, so yeah, but like, you know. I'm not saying I'm a thief. I knew this guy back in the early 80s. Let's call him Jim. Well, he really wanted this high-powered superbike, but he knew he couldn't ever afford it. So what he did was to take drive to London and scouted about for a few days until he found that particular model parked outside a house. He goes back that night with a slide hammer, pulls the lock and steals the bike. He gets it home, puts it in his garage and completely strips it so that the only thing left is the frame and the bottom half of the engine, which he drags into the weeds at the bottom of his garden. Then he pours fuel over it and burns it a bit. A few weeks pass and weeds have started growing over it. It's at that point he calls the cops and reports that someone had dumped a bike frame in his garden. The cops show up and he explains that he just got back from being away and found it. The cops take the frame and note down his name and address. A few days later, the cops call him and say that the bike had been stolen from London a month or so ago, and that the insurance company had classed the bike as a write-off and had told the cops to dispose of it. Now, because the frame was found in his garden and the insurance company didn't want it, the cops were duty-bound to ask him if he wanted to keep it, or if they should throw it. So he tells them that he'd always wanted to build a bike. He gets the frame back from them, repaints it, then puts it all together and re-registers it as coup, stolen and recovered. What in the frickety world is this? So basically he stole the bike and he can use it again for free because, you know, he told the police and the police are like, oh, the company wrote it off, so, you know, you won't be in trouble if you ride the bike or whatever, you know, use the engine, whatever, because you can re-register it. That's crazy. These people think so much, man. If only they used their brains to like think to like make money legally. But no, some people just want the easy way out, I guess, and that's not it. Let me be clear. I do not condone stealing, okay? This video is not made to tell people how to steal. Even though you might find amazing ideas. But no, don't steal. Working in a home improvement store when younger, this guy came in, went to the snowblowers, took one and went to the return desk. Said he wanted to return it but had no receipt. They told him you need a receipt. So he says, okay, I'll be back, and wheels it off to the car through the front door. He did this a few times apparently. A couple places even helped him load it back into his car. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yo, that is actually, I don't want to say smart because this is just so not good, right? But it is actually pretty brainy of them to do something like this, you know? You go to a store, you grab a shirt and be like, I want to return this. And they're like, no, you can't if you don't have a receipt. Okay, you know what then? I'll just take the shirt back. Okay, bye. And you can just walk off with the shirt. Gosh. How come there was like no alarms kind of thing? You know, normally if you take something from a store, you'll set off the alarm, no? That's like my biggest fear. Even if I don't buy anything, I'm still scared the alarm's gonna go off and people are doing things like this. Really? Homeless guy in my hometown figured out if he committed some act of petty theft, he'd get a night in jail, a warm place to sleep, and a hot meal. He'd show up, turn in his stolen goods, and that would be that. After a while, the police would just tell him to take back whatever he stole the next day. Quite the town character. Wow, what if that's his plan? To be like, okay, next time I'm gonna steal everything and the police won't want me. I can never tell how these people think, honestly. Jeez. I guess if the jail is such a great place, right, some people would rather stay in jail than be out on the streets, let's be honest. I feel like some people do want to get purposely arrested to like escape something. So there's that as well. A French thief who spent 10 years in prison became a comedian when he got out. One of his stories: finds a building, goes in, chooses a floor, and transforms the exit door into an extra apartment. Puts the apartment number, fake lock, welcome rug, etc. Puts an iPhone for sale. The person comes to buy it. He opens the door in a shower robe and says, "Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna count the money." And poof, he's gone from the exit stairs. Are you freaking kidding me? No. Oh my gosh. They transformed the exit door into like an apartment door, so the person thinks they're at an apartment, so they think the person wouldn't be able to go anywhere, because if they close the door, then technically they're still in the apartment, right? They didn't run away, right? Yo, this guy is just too big of a brain. How do people think like this? No wonder why he's a freaking comedian, dude. Comedians think different. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.